Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to part 3 up here in Muncie. I've switched some locations to get some different views on some trains, and we got them rolling. We just got 262 for Norfolk Southern. We're waiting on 123 for Norfolk Southern, and we got a heritage unit. So you guys are gonna see that. That's like the second train, I believe, on the video. So you guys are gonna see that. It is the New York Central for CSX. You guys are gonna get that thing. That's gonna be cool. And hey, the next train we're gonna catch is Norfolk Southern 123. Hopefully we get that one. And once it gets here, I'll get the video rolling. All right, everybody, stay tuned. Alrighty, folks, welcome back. Here's a power wagon running. There's another one. Holy cow. All right, folks, this is M204 for CSX, M204. Welcome back to Muncie. We got a DPU coming through. Are loaded. There goes M204. We're waiting on the next train here. That next train should have a heritage unit on it. Look at that. Oh, stay tuned. Alrighty, folks. Okay, it's going down here. I believe this train is going to have the New York Central Heritage Unit for CSX. Big Four has been pretty busy today. Normally the action on the Big Four has kind of died off, but today it has been busy. That's okay. That's a good thing. Here we go. Nothing like a horn salute and no horn zone. Big old 89-foot boxcars. Usually those are full of auto parts. There they go. That was pretty cool, catching that heritage unit like that. All right. Well, let's get some more trains, shall we? Stay tuned. So we moved over here by one of the Muncie firehouses over there. As you can see, right there where the Franklin sub for NS ties into the Newcastle sub. 123's coming. We got a high green for 123. But I'll show you guys something. Look at this. This is all glass for this building. This building is abandoned. What's that say? It states everything that's wrong with it. So, look at that. Impaired structural condition, fire hazard, hazard to public health, public nuisance, dangerous due to violations, vacant or blighted. Structural damage, open and unsecure. Squatters burning debris throughout the building, overgrowth, open and unsecure. Wow, it is open and unsecure. That's a dead animal. That's a couple dead animals. Holy cow. Look at that. I opened the door to this place. Wow, that's incredible. Holy cow. All right, folks, there's a train coming. Let's keep waiting on that sucker. Woo-wee. I can't believe this door just opened. Well, I guess it said unsecured, so.
I think it was that truck. I think that truck
That's crazy.
that we got earlier.
Well, let's wait on that train. Stay tuned. All right, folks. Norfolk Southern 262. That's the next one up here. So, all right, we're waiting on 123. Pepto-Bismol Express. All right. Now, gotta get 123. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, got a local coming back. Not sure the designation here, but don't matter. Running along on forward. right, there goes the local Freddy flashing on the back. That is not 123 like I said we were waiting on 123.
That was L82.
L82. Okay, that works. Cool.
Going back to the yard in Muncie.
Going back to the yard as he said. Cool, stay tuned. All right, folks, I moved some location. I'm still in Muncie, but I've moved locations down. This is still the big 4 for CSX. I want to come down here, get us a train horn. M363 is coming down the line. We are waiting on Norfolk Southern 123. It had a high green. I showed you guys that. They dropped that back down to a red, so we came over here because the CSX train was coming through. We were going to get 123 after this, hopefully. Sorry about these signals. They just keep dinging, so I'm going to go ahead, quit talking, let the train go through. Chassis system. That. It's propane. That was not odorless, whatever that was. Alrighty, there they go. I'm not going to look too far into the sun. Blind you guys. It's already starting to bleach out the screen there a little bit. So, cool. There's CSX. Hopefully we get that 123 soon enough. Stay tuned.
I saw that coffee go off.
All right, folks, we got the gates going down here. And we got a runner. This train's gonna come from that direction. It's gonna split these buildings. Look how close that building is to that track. That's gonna be cool. Stay tuned, we're gonna check this out. Go. Shiny new rebuild. SD70 Ace right there. All right. Check his train out, splitting these buildings. Look how close it is over there. That's crazy. Got loaded ethanol here. Scratchy. It means itchy. There was no itchy, there was a scratchy. Big old heavy grainers. I wonder what they got in them. Big old heavy gars. Excuse me. Corn syrup. All these smaller tank cars, corn syrup. Syrup. Corn syrup. There goes all the corn syrup. Get it? Our syrup. That was syrup. Costing gas. More ethanol. There's the end. All right, man, there they go. Well, folks, Southern 123 on to the Newcastle district, headed towards Cincinnati. All right, y'all. That was a good one. Here, I'm gonna get up, I'll show you that. Oh. I mean, look how close it is to that building. That is nuts. Hi, Bubba. Hi, Bubba. Hi. Yeah, look at that. That is crazy close right there. That is crazy close. All right. Cool. See what else we can get into here. Stay tuned. All right, everybody. That is going to do it for me today. Here in Muncie, totally, I am out of here. It's going to be dark in the next 20-30 minutes. So it's like it's time to go. And I'm definitely not hanging around here when it's dark. But everything here is red. It's about the time it dies down at home, too. And it's dying down around here. We've had a lot of trains. I'd say at least 20 plus today. So I got 3 videos out of that, and hey, that's pretty good. I really like it. What do you think, Zach?
Yeah, heck, It's been a pretty good day.
Heck yeah.
Weather was nice.
Hell yeah.
80 degrees. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I came up here on invitation from my buddy Zach here. Zach Reno. Zach Reno's Train Productions is his YouTube channel. If you get a chance, check that thing out. He's got some pretty good stuff going on over there. And 1960 Gamut, I don't have to give him a shout out, but I'm going to. I'm going to start calling him Crazy Scott because I can't really call him Crazy Neighbor because that's kind of taken out of Steve Wallace's channel. But anyways, it's been a pretty good day. I had a great day here with all the trains and the weather. Met some new friends. So that's what matters. And 1960 Gambit's throwing stuff around. So I'm waiting for him to give me a piece of Coke and told me to take it home to my wife. Anyways, folks, that's going to be it for me here. I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. Zach, you got anything else?
Yeah, show me some love. I'm over 1,000 subscribers. And if you can, come to Muncie, Indiana. The hotspot is the Walnut Street Railroad crossing. The Diamond is pretty good. We average about 30 trains a day on a good day.
Yep, and let one of us know you're coming up here. We'll meet you, and we'll have a good day. So, like I said, it is time to close this one out. So like, comment, and subscribe. Share if you haven't done so already. Hit that little alert button. You'll get all the notifications for when I post. And if you have more time, please watch another video because every video you watch really helps my channel, and it really does. And at that point, join the adventure crew, my folks, and come out with me, my friends, on one of these many adventures. And with that, until we meet again, for Scott, Zach, myself, here in Muncie, Indiana, have a good evening.